prime time show. And that be John L. Casey's music, blinded me with science. All right, John L. Casey, of course, has now got his website at veritence.net. That's veritence.net. And you can go there and get a copy of his great book, Dark Winter. And I want to thank Don for that call, and you got a book out of it, so that's cool. That's cool beans. And, of course, tonight is the first of 8 Democratic debates. It's being held in Las Vegas, which is a pretty good place, because if you want to elect a Democrat, it's a pretty risky endeavor indeed. Remember, the House always wins, right?
Yeah, risky. That's
risky
for sure.
Indeed. But you know, if you do get enamored with Hillary Clinton or any of the Democrats, there is a remedy.
Yeah, Chris, I wanted to mention this because if it gets rough on Hillary and they start asking these personal questions, there's a new drug out called Try Forgotten. And it's being produced by, it's a pharmaceutical drug, it's being produced by DNC Pharmaceuticals, and it's for supporters of Hillary. You know, it's a way for them to forget Bill's women's past, forget Vince Foster, it's a way to forget emails, it's a way to forget Benghazi, you'll forget everything about Anita Bryant. However, when you take this drug, I must mention there are some major side effects. Nausea, loss of rational judgment, never wrong, and loss of self-esteem. So if you are looking for this, make sure you contact your DNC pharmaceutical company.
Yeah, it's paid for fully by Obamacare. All right, so yeah, boy, I still need to get some of that.
I think we're going to all need it by the end of the night.
All right, there is a CNN debate tonight. Andy Cooper is going to be one of, if not the only moderator. And also, he has announced that he's not going to try to pit the candidates against one another. Well, maybe it'll be a better debate. We shall see. Let's go back to the phone lines because Mike has a question for John L. Casey. Mike, please get right to the point because we're running short on time.
Sure. Years ago, my parents were living in Ohio, and my father said they were moving to Florida. I said, don't do that. This was back in 1980. He said, they're talking about how the ocean is going to rise and there won't be any Florida or anything like this.
Yeah, we remember that.
Yeah, and of course now they're saying that it's going to be what Miami is going to be covered with water.
Yeah, they're still saying it, John.
But the thing is, my father has a 8th grade education. He just said, don't worry about it. It'll never happen.
Yeah, well, your father with his 8th grade education was a lot smarter than these highfalutin PhD types. Go ahead, John.
My grandfather, of course, was a farmer, couldn't read or write, and he had more sense than anyone in Arkansas at the time when he was living, in my opinion.
Yeah.
By the way, some other people from Arkansas whose names we won't mention. But
I can think of 2.
But seriously, Mike, thanks for your question. The issue of sea rise, especially in Florida, Florida is supposedly the canary in the coal mine with respect to global sea level rise. You'll remember Al Gore's famous chart produced by 2 scientists in Arizona that showed Florida covered with 21 feet of sea level rise caused by mankind. Pure bunk, pure scare tactics, typical, unfortunately, of the 30 years of falsified, fraudulent global warming propaganda we've seen. And let me add to this, the president really stepped on his foot by going to Alaska recently to speak about sea level rise.
How so?
Well, 2 things. He went to a village that supposedly was going to be washed away by sea level rise. You know that the NOAA has sea level gauges all around the U.S., didn't have one in the village. So whatever measurements he was using, who knows where he got them from, but not from NOAA. Furthermore, Alaska...
We can't be bothered with any actual readings.
Yeah,
right?
the data's, subordinate to hope and change anyway, right?
Right, but either go ahead.
Alaska has the biggest record of sea level drop of any state in the United States.
Sea level drop. Now, how can that be with all that ice melting around them, right?
Well, there you go. Facts always confound the the propaganda. And so, Mike, good question.
Thank you for your call, Mike. Appreciate it. All right, we're getting ready to go to a break. Thursday, we're going to do another contest. Mike's got another idea.
This is going to be some fun. And maybe we'll cover it when we come back from the break.
Okay.
We want to make this a perfect description so our competitors can get fired up.
All right.